In this video, I'm going to go over the 9 content marketing apps that I use almost every single day. What's up, everybody? This is Nate McAllister. If this is your first time to the channel and you want 2 to 3 additional internet marketing related videos, be sure to hit subscribe. Also, if you enjoy this video, hit the like button. Really helps me out. Okay, so I love apps. I love software and I love apps, and it's just my thing. I don't know why. It's my passion. And I've gone through pretty much every single business related app that you could think of on my smartphone. Just like something that I do. If I can't sleep, I literally will go on the app store and try to find a cool new app. These are the ones that have actually stood the test of time, and I actually come back to use them over and over and over again. I can make a list of 100 cool apps, but these are the 9 that I actually use and actually move the needle forward in what is now a 7-figure internet marketing business. Okay, so some of these aren't super sexy, but they're what I use, and I recommend you use them as well. Some of them are free, some of them are paid. Definitely make sure that you know what your business needs are. So these are just some cool things to check out. Number 1. Do you remember Carmen Electra, like in the early 2000s, how like hot she was to everybody? That is what this app is for nerds like me. This is our Carmen Electra, and it is called Notion.so. It is mostly beneficial for me online when I use the web-based app, but the mobile app is a great place for me to just pick up the work that I'm doing. Think of Notion as an Evernote meets Google Docs love child that kind of replaces all of it and just does it in a cooler way. It's just very, very cool. One thing I need to say though, guys, is that the tool that you use, whether it's Evernote or Notion or Google Drive, just use it. The one that you actually use and get used to actually learning the features and functionality, that's going to be the best one for you. Whether it's Trello or whatever, Monday, there's so many cool options. Just make one that works for you, because Notion has a ton of features and I'm only scratching the surface with what I can do with it. But if you get it and you don't use it, who cares? So Notion, let's get into what it actually does and how I use it here. Like I said, Notion works really well on desktop, so everything I create there will be transferred over to the mobile app seamlessly. I have different categories and pages for things I'm working on. This is essentially like buckets. So like this is an example of a headline test that I was running. This is a table that I built inside of the desktop app and let me track what's going on with my headlines. And then this is really where I get most of the value, is by writing drafts and then publishing them inside of here with minimal formatting. But I can also put things like my resources. I can use templates. There's just so much cool stuff that we can do inside of Notion. For the mobile app though, this is just where I log all of my ideas. This is my notepad. I don't use the notes on my iOS app anymore. I don't use Evernote. I don't use anything else but Notion. This is a tool that you get more the more you use it. So I recommend that if you do decide to use Notion, you try to use it exclusively, because it gets more powerful the bigger the categories and catalogs that you build up of your own content. You can search through things, you can upload PDFs, super, super valuable. You could even create an entire book. It would replace something like Scrivener if you wanted to. So many cool things you can do with Notion, and I'm super excited to just learn more about it throughout the next year. Here are some of the things that I do use it for as well, some of my categories. Like I said, I have that headline test. If I'm ever creating anything like a table like this, I never do that inside of the app. It's just too complicated. There's really no good mobile solution for creating spreadsheets or tables. So I recommend using the desktop app for that. I have things like my SOPs for my business. I'm working on growing that. I have a link building area here where I connect with all of the people that I partner with to grow our links. All of my drafts for posts are in here. So if I'm creating a new post, I start it in here and then I transition it over into another tool called Surfer SEO, and then I actually will publish it to WordPress. But this is where I put out all of my rough ideas. Then I have some other stuff here that's just fun, like this is my Duolingo Mandarin Chinese class, totally unrelated to content marketing, but just kind of give you an idea. Those are kind of the coolest things that you can do. You could build a little swipe file. So this is an example of things that I like, different ads. Here's an example for a course breakdown that I put together. And then I have one here for share-worthy content. This is just stuff that I find across the internet that I want to share with other people. And there's all types of templates that we can use to make this even easier. But like I said, just get in there and start messing around with it. and you will be shocked at some of the awesome things that you can do with it. All right, number 2, Rev. Rev is a tool that lets you record your voice and then have it transcribed for about $1.25 per minute. You can also do this on their website, but I love the convenience of the mobile app. Here's an example of a transcription I had. You can just record it using just the mic from the phone, or you can use headphones. The quality doesn't really matter as long as it's clear. You just save it, and then you have the option to purchase right within the app. You can get that transcription sent straight to you. And then you can take that content and actually turn it into a blog post or whatever else you want to do with it. I do this all the time. I do it for my emails. I do it for my blog posts. Really, really cool way to be productive when you're not in front of a computer. All right, number 3, Coschedule. Coschedule is another tool that is super valuable on desktop, but it has some good functionality in the mobile app. This is what I use to manage my workflow and schedule my social media broadcasts. So I actually have someone that does this for me, but I can go through here on my calendar and see which posts are scheduled when. I can also schedule them myself. So I can do this across my Facebook groups, my LinkedIn, my Twitter, anything like that. I can make that happen really, really easily. Again, this is a tool that gets most of its value in the desktop version, and it is not free, but it is a really powerful tool, and I am glad that I have it on the mobile app. Number 4, Frame.io. This is an amazing software for anyone who works with a team of video editors or even just one video editor. It lets you upload video content and then add comments directly to it. So if you have someone that needs to edit a video, you can upload it to Frame.io, and then they can make the edits, and then you can make comments on it so they know what you like, what you don't like. This is really powerful on desktop, but it also has incredible functionality on mobile. I'm shocked at how good it is on mobile, honestly. If video is a big part of your content marketing, you are going to absolutely love this tool. It's not free, but it is worth it if you create videos at scale and you have a team that edits them for you. All right, number 5, fittingly, is Fiverr. Fiverr is one of my favorite platforms for hiring people for one-off tasks. It's not $5 anymore like it used to be, but you can find really qualified people to do a number of things in your content marketing business. Also, you can manage all the tasks inside of the app. You can create new tasks, and you can communicate with the people that you're working with. Really powerful little app. No other app that I've used that has a third-party marketplace like this for freelancers has an app that is this powerful and user-friendly. All right, number 6, Google Analytics. Not the sexiest one, but oh my gosh, it is so important to check your Google Analytics. We can see almost everything that we can in the desktop version of this. We can see our revenue. We can see trends over time. We can see which pages are loading slowly. We can do pretty much anything that you would need to do as far as your pages analytics inside of the app. Really cool, really powerful. I always like to keep my thumb on the pulse of what's happening with my site, and the Google Analytics app makes that possible. All right, number 7, YouTube Studio. So if you do YouTube, this is really the gold standard when it comes to viewing your analytics and seeing what's going on across all of your channels. I can transition from one channel to the next. I can see the engagement that I'm getting. I can see the comments. I can see the views. Really anything that I need to know about my YouTube videos, I can see it right here inside of YouTube Studio. There's other options like TubeBuddy, which are great, but they're not completely free. YouTube Studio is really just awesome. It's like Google Analytics. You just kind of need it. Number 8, Pocket. This is where I hoard cool content. It's anything I go out online and I harvest for sharing or emulating or reading later. It's just a nice little hub for collecting cool things that I might want to come back to later, or I might want to mention in one of my emails. Also, they have a cool area where you can find awesome new content. All right, last but not least, the only design tool that I really use on my mobile device, that is Wordswag. I feel like design is just too difficult on a smartphone unless it's really basic, and Wordswag does really minimalistic, really simple design. So if I wanted to make like a Instagram post just with like a quote and a cool background, I can do that really easily inside of Wordswag. I do love Canva, but I don't find the Canva app as intuitive or user-friendly as Wordswag. So like right here, I can type in some text and I can overlay it on this image. I can put my own images there. I can toggle all these different designs. So I just kind of play around with this until I find something that I like. I can change the colors. I can do all types of cool stuff. It just seems like a very user-friendly, kind of foolproof, idiot-proof way to make cool designs. So that's really the only design tool I use on my iPhone. All right, that is it. Those are the 9 apps that I find myself using daily in my content marketing business. Guys, if you like this video, I'd really appreciate if you would hit the thumbs up and leave a comment would be even better. Just let me know what you think, if you use these apps or not. Also, if you want to keep watching some of my content, click one of the card videos here. I've got a lot of great stuff relating to internet marketing and specifically affiliate marketing. If this is your first time to the channel, be sure to subscribe if you want 2 to 3 affiliate marketing related videos every single week. Guys, thank you so much for watching all the way through the end. I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next video, hopefully.